As I completed my dissertation work at Arizona State University nearly 10 years ago, one of the things I realized is that it is very difficult for us humans to understand complex systems, much less appreciate them for their complexity. Most of us don't deal well with complexity, which means we don't deal well with wicked problems. The kicker is, most problems are wicked problems, especially when viewed through the lens of systems thinking and eco-literacy. Even if we do manage to come up with complex, longitudinal solution trajectories for these ill-defined complex problems, that means our work is only beginning. Through Postropolis, I can assemble and encourage a team of citizen scientists and lifelong learners to capture data and footage, to create meaningful narratives to model a system's wisdom, understanding, and appreciation of the complex world we share with so many others. We can build a platform for interpreting the overlap of internal and external perspectives for better decision-making and complex collective behavior change for environmental stewardship within and across the watersheds of the world. This work needs to be real, not in a lab, at least not most of the time, not for tenure, and not for profit. It needs to be an independent, autonomous exploration that is mindfully open-ended. Good questions lead to better questions, and better maps and models across internal and external perspectives, and better complex decisions for better collective behavior. This is consilience. It starts right here on the escarpment of the Blue Ridge Mountains. We will move toward a better understanding of how people actually learn with data and visualizations. We will continue to define what makes a good decision in a world as complex as the one in which we live. We will move toward a better understanding of what it takes for people to understand the importance of watersheds as interspecific communities. And we will move toward a better understanding of how we can actually start living ecologically literate lives through principles of systems wisdom. We're using data, visualizations, and place-based media, both static images and time-based motion content, to create a foundation for complementary internal and external perspectives of interspecific interactions in a particular watershed for the purpose of increased ecological literacy through improved decision-making. We're doing this as a model for every single watershed on the North American continent and every other continent. So this project will increase awareness of the Postropolis process, framework, and platform. As such, it will also provide a real-world basis for completion of version 1.0 of the Postropolis book project, with a full proposal to be submitted to Island Press, Chelsea Green, and New Society publishers, among others. This project will serve as a basis for continued relationship building with artists, educators, scientists, municipalities, nonprofits, and other relevant institutions in the Upper New River watershed and beyond into the Ohio River Basin. Finally, this project will establish my ongoing work at the forefront of watershed-based systems thinking for decision-making and collective behavior change for the betterment of humanity, with the intention of reducing and reversing our destruction of all our ecological communities.